Hello, good people. Welcome back. Today we're taking on the Water Bug Challenge. So this is a deck that I played probably several weeks ago at this point on a stream. I don't really remember, but I ended up really liking it and it actually did pretty well. I think this deck is a little bit better than I first gave it credit for. Now, is this going to be a deck that like wins tournaments, tops tournaments, shakes up the meta? Absolutely not. But it's better than trash, I guess. You can actually win some games with this deck. So getting into it, of course, this deck is centered around the Amphibious Bugroth MK3, which can attack your opponent directly while Umi is face up on the field. To complement this, we do have one copy of Mermaid Knight. Obviously, it can't attack directly, but it can attack twice while Umi is on the field. So this card can get in a whole lot of damage, maybe help clear some goats, clear some monsters out of the way. Pretty good card to complement the Bugroth, I think. From there, we have 3 copies of Dekoichi. This is basically in here. 1, because it's a machine, and we are playing limiter removal, so you want some extra machines. I've definitely won games with this deck by just using limiters on a Deco, so that does come up. Also, Deco can just flip up and draw you cards, get you closer to your combo. You don't need a whole lot of combo pieces in this deck, so just drawing 1 card can be pretty big. And Deco, you know, obviously just a good card, so that's why it's here. 3 Mother Grizzly, self-explanatory. Good cards, Breaker, Tribe, and we do have the 2 jars because we do want to get to our combo pieces. A lot of times, especially off a Cyber Jar, like you can just hit 1 or 2 Bugroths, and if you already have an Ocean, you're clear for takeoff. And you can just win the game off of that. The jar is very, very good here. For spells, of course, Trinity, powerful cards. United We Stand and Mage Power just help to buff the Bugroth, as well as the Mermaid Knight to get in for a whole lot of damage at a time. Salvage has sort of underperformed in the deck, but I want to keep playing it because it feels like this has to be like the salvage deck, right? I don't know. Bugroth, Mother Grizzly, and Mermaid Knight are just like some of the best targets for salvage that we have in the format. So I want to keep playing it. Maybe I just haven't played against enough of the grindy decks and seen it often enough. Who knows? We have 2 knock, very good card. 3 full copies of limiter removal, of course, and 3 giant Trunades, 3 legendary Ocean, and a terraforming. You really, really, really want to see your Ocean with this deck. I know a lot of decks just go like 2 and 1, or just play the 3 Ocean, but felt like you really wanted to see this because, you know, Bugroth is useless, Mermaid Knight is useless without a legendary Ocean. So going with essentially 4 copies of the Ocean here. 2 level limit Area B might look a little weird because the only monsters I have that can attack under it are the jars, but with a legendary Ocean out on the field, Mermaid Knight, Mother Grizzly, Bugroth, and Tribe are all attacking. They will not be switched to defense because they are lowered to 3 stars. Traps, well, the traps are good cards. Getting on to the side, we got 2 copies of Jowgen, we got 2 copies of Mobius, and Little Swordsman of Ale for those burn decks. Nice little Yomi ship to search up with the Mother Grizzly. A couple of Book of Moons for the control decks, Mind Control for Turbo. My Body as a Shield, I think, is an excellent card to bring in. I actually bring this in almost every single matchup because a lot of decks are going to be siding in like Sakuretsu's and removal traps, stuff like that. So My Body as a Shield just inherently gets better game 2 and 3. 2 Gravity Binds to go along with our level limit Area Bs if we play against those aggro decks. And we have 1 Royal Decree, 1 Barrel Behind the Door. That's the deck. Let's get out on the ladder, see what we can do. All right, here we are with our first match. Played a couple of practice matches before this, just as a little warm up because I kind of just woke up today. God, this deck's so much fun. Got some pretty cool ones. Hopefully I can get some cool ones captured here. A Pot of Greed, a limiter, a Bugroth already. Okay, maybe we can get something going. Just need an Ocean. We need a little bit more power on this thing. That's not going to help here. Please don't hit the Pot of Greed. Mother Grizzly, probably? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to get rid of the Mirror Force, I think. We'll go Shields down. And I want to keep my combo pieces along with Pot of Greed. We'll see what we can do here. Deco. Okay, Deco's not bad. No Death Shoot to follow the duo. Love to see that. Throw down the Pot of Greed. Maybe the opponent Solemns. Okay. Graceful Charity. Do I want to hold that for a little bit more information? The duo is gone. I kind of do. Because like I kind of just want to set Deco. Get some more draws here. And like the Tribe could end up being very good. So there's nothing in the hand that I like super want to discard just yet. I normally don't hold Graceful Charity in decks like these, but I think it's very unlikely that I win this turn. Oh my God, no, it's Moth? Oh, come on. Okay, that's the reason to use the Graceful Charity, I guess. Ugh. Okay, I guess, man, I'm going to keep the limiter. Like, I've got the Graceful Charity. Let's just keep the combo pieces. There's still a chance we could win this one. Yeah, Kaiku attacks into Deco. I will draw my card. United we stand. Okay, great. I wish I could have kept my Bugroth. So we're getting so close now. Double duo is just, ugh. It's tough to beat. Mother Grizzly's not bad. I think I will just Graceful here. See if maybe I can pick up a Heavy Storm. Oh, Breaker's good. And another Deco and a Snatch. Good lord. What a Graceful Charity. Okay. So, oh man, I could be really mean to the opponent here. Let's let's get rid of Mother Grizzly, and I kind of just want to get rid of the Deco, though I do have United We Stand limiter removal, which is not nothing. The opponent is almost dead already. How much is 15, 31? They're almost dead just from this. Maybe it's time to get rid of the limiter. Yeah, let's just get rid of the limiter now. I held on to it for as long as I could. But I'm going to summon out Breaker, and we're just going to kind of hope all of these things work. Let's pop this one. MST. That's a good one to pop. All right. Let's throw down the Snatch Steal on Kaiku. I'm not going to play out United We Stand just yet. Because, yeah, 13, 18, 16. Yeah, it's not quite enough. It's pretty close. No Mirror Force, please. Actually, Mirror Force isn't really even that bad for me here, right? Get this Moth out of here. Hit him up with a Kaiku. All right. Saku, that's fine. That's totally fine with me. They do have Dark Light in Graveyard now, which is not great. So if they have a BLS, then it's not fine. But, oh, Snatch the Breaker, sure. That's it. Okay. Yeah, ooh. Ooh, Morphing Jar. I don't think I want to set that just yet. That's also helping the opponent out here. I think I'm going to set the Deco and see if I can get another draw. If the opponent knocks it, that's fine. I'd rather them knock the... They have a level 2? What? Okay, well, nothing I did there would have mattered, I guess. Okay, so I went from terrible position to great position to terrible position to great position again. What a swingy game. All right, let's go to the main phase 1 here, and let's just plop down this Heavy Storm. A Solemn Judgment. You're gonna need it. No, we get the Mirror Force out of here, and... Ooh, what a Heavy Storm, man. Okay, I'm gonna attack here. The question is, do I want to play the Morphing Jar? If they summon something and attack it, it's not great for me, but it gives me a really good chance to just win on the next turn. I'll set the... You know what? It's not really that bad, because I can set the United We Stand behind it, so, like, worst case scenario, if it goes off, we both just gain 5 cards. Cool. Sure. All right. Salvage. Yeah, we've got the Bugroth. Okay. We've got a United We Stand to go with it, which gives it plus 16. It's not quite enough to win here. It's pretty close. Okay, I lose the Breaker. That's fine. I also have Giant True Nade to protect, so... Another bug? Okay, well, that's excellent. I'm going to duo first, I guess. Just to get some info here. Show me what you got. Heavy and Zombra. Okay, so definitely just warriors, just playing them off. Let's throw down Giant True Nade. I hope they don't have something to destroy my United We Stand here, because I do need that to win, I guess, this turn. Oh. Solemn Judgment, you say? Okay. No, wait, I can't double summon Bugroth. I could salvage back Mother Grizzly and just try to attack with it. I could also set Cyberjar. It's kind of an interesting spot here. Because Solemn Judgment means... It doesn't mean they have some sort of removal here. I'm just going to summon out the bug, I think. Sure. And play the Ocean. Is this one okay too? Oh, wait, I guess I can win here, right? Activate United We Stand and just attack directly. Because the, yeah. Because the Solemn Judgment dropped him down to 2,000. Good lord. All right, we found the line. I'm sitting here like, I'm just going to attack directly and deal 1,700, blah, blah, blah. And then I looked up at their life points again. I'm glad I checked that. All right, so we're playing against the Warriors. We want Yomi Ship. I think I want the Royal Decree, even though I'm going to be bringing in Gravity Binds. Just kind of sequence them in a good way, I guess. We can cut a Deco. We can cut the Nox for sure. I don't like Morphing Jar here. I don't really like Cyber Jar either, but I don't know if I can really cut that many monsters. And Cyber Jar is probably just a little bit better, especially when protected by the Gravity Binds. Maybe I just don't bring in Decree. I've got True Nades. Decree's a little bit better than True Nades. Let's just bring in a Decree. Why not? Everything else looks fine. Let's do that. See if we can pick up this game 2 here. That was a pretty sick game. A lot of back and forth. Opponent's up, then I'm up. Opponent's up, then I'm up. Pretty good hand here too. Nice little limiter removal and draw some cards. We've got our bug. We are missing the Ocean, of course. But that's all right. Rhoda coming on down. What are we getting? Hopefully it's a DD Warrior Lady, and the opponent's turn is summon DD Warrior Lady, set 2 back row pass, or set 1 back row pass. Then I can do the old breaker, pop your back row, attack over your DD Warrior Lady play. All right, big thing, can we grab Donzalug? All right. Interesting. Breaker gonna go hard here, hopefully. I guess they could have Ring behind it. That would be annoying, but what do you do? I'm gonna go for the Breaker play. Okay, it appears that, well, it could still be a Ring, right? Let's just pop this back row. It is Ring. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I want to keep my limiter around. Sure. I'll set it. I'm going to lose a card to this Dawn, but... yeah, okay. Well, just going to get blown out this game. That's fine. That's fine. Sometimes that's how it be. Sure. We take a bunch of damage. We lose a card. Like, the other play that I could have made that turn would be, like, just set Deco or whatever, and then they summon out a monster, attack over it. The same thing still happens. So I think you just kind of bank on it not being Ring, even though I think it's pretty obvious that it's Ring. Here, I'll set Deco, and I'll set the Giant Trunade. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with Bugroth. I don't know. I'll probably just die in that situation. I was like, it's not guaranteed. Oh. Knock? Well, I'm not going to give him the info. We're just going to concede here. I know I'm not, like, dead, but I'm essentially dead, so let's not give them any info on any new potential set monsters here. They did leave Knock in, but I don't really think I want to bring in any of these other things. I don't really like Mobius in these kinds of matchups, so that's why I'm not bringing it in. Sure, let's just run it back. And maybe not get quite as many monsters in hand. Ooh, yeah, we'll take this hand. This one looks excellent. Let's activate this Pot of Greed and not draw any traps. Yeah, definitely not any traps, and definitely a good opener. So let's summon out the Mama Bear. And do I play the Decree and the level limit? I don't think so. I've got Mama Bear. I don't need the level limit here. Let's just set Decree and pass the turn. Then we'll see if the opponent leads on a bunch of back row. If they do, it could be very, very, very good for us, of course. Rhoda's fine. If they want to grab like Exiled Force to take out Mama Bear, that's no big deal. I've got another one. I've got Bugroth. I've got Salvage. We're looking all right in this one. Exiled Force. Yep. That's what I thought it would be. Sure. Mama Bear down, no big deal. Set a bunch of backers. Set like 5. With no MST involved. 2? Okay, that's good enough for me. I'll flip up my Royal Decree. Terraforming. Okay. So that means backup Ocean, which is not bad. Go ahead and throw that down. I think I'm going to lead on Mother Grizzly rather than the Bugroth. Wherefore, there we are. Found the Ocean. Okay. I will play out the Ocean and summon the Mother Grizzly. And I'm just going to get in there. No Sakuretsus, no Mirror Force, no none of that, unless the other card was an MST, of course. And next, yeah, I guess I'll just play out the level limit. If the opponent has Heavy Storm, it's a 3 for 3. And this could stop like DD Warrior Lady, something getting in. Well, let's hope one of these isn't an MST if they're setting all of these. And a set monster. Oh, a Heavy Storm of my own. I'm not gonna heavy here. I'm gonna... If they have MST plus TT back there, it's fine. I'm just gonna summon out Bugroth. Okay. And I guess I will play around Mirror Force just because I can, right? Put this in defense. Play around Mirror Force plus MST. They didn't have it last turn, but they're kind of showing that maybe they could have it this time. I just get in with the Bugroth. Awesome. Like, I do have Salvage to back it up, but in case of, like, MST, Mirror Force, then summon out, I don't know, Sasuke. Or something. Like, I just don't need to lose both of those right there, I guess is what I'm getting at. Deco. Okay. Deco's not bad. I still don't think I need to attack any of the monsters with the Mama Bear. Yeah, let's just keep going face with the Bugroth. They're at 3,000, so if I draw into a limiter, I do win. Let's set Deco. Pass the turn. If they have a knock, they have a knock. It's no big deal. Just a pass. All right. My body as a shield. Okay. Now I am even more emboldened. All right. Let's flip the Deco. Get ourselves another draw. Breaker. Oh. I think I'm just going to keep it conservative here, right? Let's just attack directly with the Bugroth and call it a day. I don't need to run into these monsters. They're clearly not doing anything. And there's just like no need to, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be exposing myself to, but I guess there's no reason to do that. So I could set my body as a shield to protect against Tribe. But I don't need to because I have Salvage. Sure. So let's keep it in hand in case the opponent does have something to like deal with this Decree, and then they have a Mirror Force on the next turn or something like that, or a Sakuretsu. Yeah. Okay. So played that in game very conservatively. You know what? I'm actually going to go back and look at what monsters were face down for the opponent. They could have been completely inconsequential. But I just felt like with the current game state, I just didn't need to do anything more, right? Okay. So skipped forward. It turns out there was a Donzalug and a Blade Knight, and that actually made me think of something else in my mind, that not attacking these monsters means I'm not putting a light and a dark in the graveyard for potential BLS from my opponent. So I think that's also important to note. I'm glad I watched this back so that I can actually think about that a little bit more. The graveyard's clear. Interesting. But yeah, not attacking the opponent's monsters to also not fill their graveyard for BLS is huge here, because like my backup to Tribe is Salvage. And if BLS comes down and just takes out the MK3 that way, then I can't salvage it back. So I think playing conservative here made a lot of sense. It wouldn't have mattered looking at what the opponent had. We've got a Blade Knight, a Knock, a Solemn Judgment. We know like these cards aren't doing anything. at this point. We're actually locking down some really good cards with Decree here. Decree, awesome. Very good card. So happy to have that here. But yeah, we're going to get this first match. This is a pretty sweet one, I thought. Let's grab another. All right, match number 2. Hopefully we can have one just as sweet as the first one. Maybe we can get paired against control player. Bugroth, of course, just like eats up scapegoats, right? There's attacks directly right over him. Ooh. I do like this hand. Leading on Delinquent Duo. Always welcomed here. All right, let's take this card. Graceful Charity. All right. Fantastic Delinquent Duo and a Smash and Ground out of here. Love to see that. I think I'm just going to set Call of the Haunted here. Sure. There may be, like, between Call of the Haunted and Premature Burial, I may be just attacking with this single Bugroth several times. So let's go ahead and get it down. Oh, Duo? All right. I mean, I can just ditch the Bugroth here, right? Opponent at 7,000. What are we getting rid of? The bug? Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to get rid of Prima. I could get rid of Limiter, but Limiter is like... Yeah. Let's just get rid of the Prima. We'll see if the opponent gives us a big monster to snatch steal. Breaker? Yeah. All right. Guess we get owned. That's okay. Call the Haunted out of here. Facing down a Breaker. Hopefully... I don't know. We've got a few good draws here. Like a Pot of Greed, maybe? Ocean. Oh, man. Man. Bug would have been so good. I don't think I want to snatch steal the Breaker. I'm gonna wait one more turn, see if the opponent gives us something a little bit better to take. Because if I snatch the Breaker, I'm just getting a 1600 thing that's probably just gonna get run over. Rhoda, okay. Yeah, the Smash and Ground made me think it could have been some sort of like more aggressive slanted deck. Well, Goblin Attack Force isn't really one that I can snatch steal right now. But I guess at this point, like, I could snatch the Breaker now, because I probably have to, and then just run over the Goblin Attack Force to get rid of that. Ooh, Grizzly. Never mind. I think I might save my snatch steal. Summon out Mama Bear. Play my Ocean. Okay. And hope this can crash with the Breaker. No Saku one time, please. Yeah, let's go. All right. Mama Bear to the graveyard. I do have this limiter removal here, but I think I'm going to go for Mermaid Knight. Yeah, let's get some damage going. And let's attack into the gaff. And then attack directly. And the opponent could definitely find something that can attack over this. That's fine. I'm going to set the limiter just as like a little bit of a bluff here. If they attack over the Mermaid Knight, it's very unlikely it's going to be something with 3,200 attack to kill me. And then I can snatch steal whatever monster that is. Back row? Sure. Oh, yes. Mermaid Knight stands alone. Mama Bear? I don't want to play that out into Torrential or Mirror Force. It also just wouldn't kill the opponent, right? 34 plus 16. Yeah, almost. All right, get in there, Mermaid Knight. Dust Tornado. Okay, so taking out the Ocean. Interesting that they didn't do that last turn. I guess I could have just hit the reset button, whatever. My attack continues. Yep, opponent takes the 1,500 here. I could set Mother Grizzly. We haven't seen a knock yet. I really just don't want to summon anything into potential Torrential here. I think that would be an absolute mistake. If the opponent has knock, they have knock. I think that's kind of fine. Maybe I end up drawing into like a Cyberjar or something, and then that just clears the way for that. All right, they do have the knock. That's unfortunate. But it's fine. It's a 1-for-1. Running into a torrential there would just be absolutely devastating. Ooh. Speaking of running into torrential, I could win this game, like right here. Maybe I do just go for it then. Yeah. Now that I actually have a shot to win the game, I think I'll go for it. I don't think this is a Mirror Force, so this needs to be like a Mirror Force right here. Okay. Mermaid Knight attack. Doing the Bugroth last. Bugroth attack. Give the thumbs up. All right. Damaged up. I will activate my limiter removal. We're out of here to game 2. I'm interested in what these are, because like I played around the torrential like quite a bit with the Mother Grizzly, and I think that I still think that's totally fine. But yeah, clearly they weren't any sort of interactive. It could have been like a dust tornado or something back there that they just didn't activate on my face down. Could be trap dust shoot, something along those lines. But happy to pick up the first game here. Looks like Earth Aggro, so let's bring in the Yomi ship. I don't really think I need the Decree in this matchup. Let's bring in the Gravity Binds. We'll bring in My Body as a Shield. And let's see. We cut a Deco. We can cut these. We can cut the Morphing Jar. Probably just call it a day there, honestly. If I see a bunch of battle traps brought in, like a bunch of Sakuretsus and stuff, then I'll reconsider the Royal Decree. But sometimes the Earth Aggro deck doesn't play a ton of those. And bringing in like defense and My Body as a Shield, I think is probably going to be totally fine here. Could also consider the Book of Moons, but I don't really think I need that. Let's just run it like this. 2 aggro decks for the video. Okay. All right. This hand's not amazing, but we've got a Gravity Bind, so maybe things will be all right. If we can draw into Ocean here, of course, with our Giant Trunade, the Mermaid Knight, maybe we can do some good things. Salvage helping out against potential removal. Graceful Charity coming down. That's pretty good. We didn't get to duo it this time. What else we got? Or I guess what are we going to discard first? Then I'll see what else you got. Trap Dust Shoot out of here. Okay. And Knock. All right. Sounds good to me. They may have another Trap Dust Shoot in hand, because Trap Dust Shoot turn 1 on the play seems pretty juicy, right? Okay, Gigante Rat. Not too worried about that one. And a back row. Do we have any more? All right, I'm expecting to get hit with Trap Dust Shoot here. Ooh, Bug. Indeed did get hit with Trap Dust Shoot. Cool. What are we sending back? My guess is Breaker, though these are looking kind of ominous over here. Breaker's just, you know, the overall better card. And I don't have an Ocean just yet. Though I guess, like, the fear could be I draw into Ocean, then they're locked under Gravity Bind. But Breaker going back. It's okay. Give the deck a good old shuffle. I'm just going to set Gravity Bind. I don't feel like I need to set either of these into a knock. This is where the opponent's just going to have MST. They know this isn't a chainable, and they're just going to absolutely blow me out here in game 2, but that's all right. Sometimes that's how that be. Yeah, Breaker's even worse than MST for me. Ugh. We'll lose the Gravity Bind. We're going to take a nice chunk of damage here. Okay. Ocean off the top would be pretty good, but I don't love my position. Heavy Storm. That's not an Ocean. I think we're probably just pretty screwed this game. Let's set Mermaid Knight. And I'm just going to pass, I guess. Maybe I should have set one of these, I guess. Yeah, I probably should have. Just as like a little bit of a bluff on like what my new card would be, but I don't... Yeah, I probably should have set one of these. A little bit of a misstep there. Here comes the gaff. Okay. Do we have a knock or something? No. All right. Yep, giant rat coming in. They're reading that as being one of the monsters that were previously revealed. All right, if they have a ring here, that's whatever. I couldn't have stopped that by using Heavy Storm. Well, I guess I could have, but whatever. I don't think that's right to do, honestly. Deco's not going to get it done. I'm going to Heavy Storm for information here. Yep, send your card to the graveyard, please. Call of the Haunted. Okay. Not any more new information. If I set Deco, I die. If I summon one of these and attack here, I die. Whatever. We'll we'll bluff a little bit. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's attack the Goblin Attack Force. And we'll set the True Nade, set the Salvage. I may as well, since I'm not actually dead just yet. We'll make the opponent attack. I needed that Gravity Bind to live. Why is Breaker so mean? Why is Breaker so rude? Earth Aggro is probably one of the worst matchups for this deck. I would imagine. Like, game 1, it's fine. Because they don't usually play a whole lot of, like, battle traps and stuff. But game 2 and 3, they do bring in, you know, a little bit more defense, and the deck is just fast, right? So it kind of eats up combo decks, especially, like, combo decks that have to attack to win the game. Like, I thought about bringing in Book of Moon specifically for Breaker, but I don't really think I want to... I don't really think I want to get rid of any other cards for that. I think I'm just going to run it back here. This is fine. Game 3. For all the marbles here. That's how we open up a game 3. All right. Let's throw down Duo. You know what? We went for a card over here last time. Let's go for this one this time. Injection Fairy Lily. Glad to see that one gone. And Nobleman of Crosset. Okay. Let's go grab our Ocean. And I guess I will just Graceful Charity first. Sure. Yeah, we'll throw it down. Ooh. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. I could get rid of an Ocean. Man, Salvage is good here. It's either Salvage or Bug. I kind of like Bug to just, like, keep poking in, but if I'm going to do that, then Salvage is also really good, but My Body as a Shield is also really good. I'm leaning just get rid of Bug, because then, like, I can attack him with the first Bug, protect it with My Body as a Shield, and then just get both back and then keep doing the same thing. So Salvage, I guess, is a little bit better for value. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. Go ahead, opponent. Enjoy. No reason to summon out Bug, and then it just dies to whatever attacker that... or especially a DD Assailant. Good lord, that would be very bad for me. Opponent's down a couple of cards here because of the Duo, so hopefully they can't do anything like super duper bad. We didn't discard a monster off of the Duo, so they can't summon Gigantes this turn, presumably. Oh, we did. We discarded like their best monster. Injection Fairy Lily. My bad. My bad. That's bad for me. They go to 52. Uh-oh. And DD Warrior Lady? All right, you can't win them all, I guess, right? All right, maybe I draw another limiter removal. Who knows? United We Stand wouldn't quite do it. Mage Power probably does it here, though. I do have enough to activate My Body as a Shield still, so... We've got a chance? Gravity Bind. Yeah... You know, Gravity Bind's actually not that bad. If I get in for 17, they go to 35? No. But if I get in for 34, then they can't activate this again? I think I have to do that and then just salvage back. No, they go to 18. All right. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do here. I mean, we'll give it a shot, right? All right. Bug is going to be getting in there for quite a bit of damage. 3,400. Attack directly. Bug's going to die. Main phase 2. I'm just going to set the gravity bind. Yeah, there's no reason to set my body or anything. Bug dies. They can't activate Injection Fairy Lily here. So as long as they can't clear this gravity bind, I have another chance. I think that was my best line of trying to stay alive and still being able to win this game. It feels a little bad, of course, but they're thinking. So maybe we don't have an immediate answer to this back row. That'd be nice. I still can't believe at least we didn't discard any monsters off of their duo, and then they slam Prima. I'm like, okay. It's Injection Fairy Lily. All right, Rhoda coming down. Hopefully they don't grab level 2 here, which, like, it's fine, right? It just takes me out of my body as a shield range. Yeah, DD Assailant's totally fine with me. Okay, Lily to defense, sure. Yep, DD Assailant's fine. All right. Gravity Bind. No MST, no MST. If they had MST, they would have used it and gone for game there. All right. Come on. Limiter removal or equip spell off the top. Let's go. True Nade. I can do that. And that means I don't have to use my body as a shield here, which means maybe I have a little better chance of survival. It gives them their Prima back, but that doesn't matter, right? Sure. Let's throw down True Nade. And we'll send the Prima back too. You get to keep your Lily, but... All right, activate Ocean. Play Salvage, and like this is the power of Salvage here, right? Get back the bugs. And, I mean, we're not really in a position to really do anything but attack here. It's just unfortunate that the math worked out, that the opponent is, you know, just going down to 100 rather than dead. All right. Set Gravity Bind. Set my body as a shield. Don't draw Giant True Nade, opponent, or Heavy Storm, or whatever you play. Just lose, please. Oh, no. We got to sweat 2 more draws. Pot of Greed, yeah. Come on. Hold. Hold. They're not slamming anything. Is there a chance? I think if they summon Tribe and they want to... Oh, no. If they summon Tribe, I have to kill it with my body as a shield because it goes to level 3. I'm glad I thought that through because I was just going to let it go. And then save my body as a shield for the next turn. DD Assailant, that doesn't do it. That can't... Oh, it can't attack. I have a Gravity Bind. Okay, no MST. No MST. No MST. We got the GGs? Does that mean they're going to MST here? Or does that mean we win? Let's go! What a wild game 3. I mean, sometimes, like, I couldn't play around a whole lot of things, so we got a little bit lucky there that the opponent never had an MST or a Heavy Storm or anything like that. But sometimes he played to your outs, and sometimes he gets you there. The Bug has won the game. Hey, Salvage? Salvage, a card that I said in the profile was not doing quite the work that I wanted it to, but coming in pretty clutch here. Made this Graceful Charity a whole lot better, and then got us back the game-winning Bugroth. Love to see it. But hey, that's going to be the video. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.